Hello there, World of Tankers. I'm Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the most aggressive frontline tank destroyer at tier 10 in World of Tanks Blitz, which in my opinion is the T110E3. Now, of course, you could argue that the FV2-7 Badger is just as an aggressive vehicle. However, in my opinion, the Badger just lacks certain things that you really need. First of all, the upper superstructure, while it is very strong, it's really only super strong if you're using your gun depression, and as well, it's got the little boobs next to the gun, which are very easy to penetrate with most premium rounds. The T110E3, you can barely penetrate through the front. As well, the E3 has a bigger gun, and I think it has better standard and premium pen, which is something that's very important to be super aggressive up against the biggest, baddest heavy tanks. So here we are in Desert Sands, which is actually a really nice map for this tank, especially since we're not up against Sheridans. I had a massive falling out with this vehicle when the Sheridans first came out, and that was because you really couldn't even fight in the matchmaker when you had a Sheridan against you, because they would just shoot a missile at the side of your tank and it would easily go right through. And it's one thing I absolutely hated about the E3. However, Sheridans really aren't played that much anymore, and that is the same for the T92E1. So in this battle here, this isn't really too bad. Oh, I kind of messed up my smiley face there, and I'm gonna kind of getting stuck, but there we go. So we've got that WZ. I can actually fire standard shell right through the upper plate. I didn't know that. I thought the WZ actually had better upper armor than that. However, as you can see, it does have amazing standard penetration. I'm already going to be getting my tank into a super aggressive frontline position. There we go, right through the lower plate of that IS-7. You really don't mess with the E3's gun. It's just super deadly. So the IS-7's not even looking at us right now, which means I'm not too worried. However, we've got that E-75 right there. Let's push forward so this IS-7 can't pen us. It doesn't even aim at us. You can see just how good the armor is on it. Now, there is an issue with the tank, and that is the track wheel. It really does struggle, and that's for most heavy tanks, to be honest. Track wheels really do like to fall apart for most heavy tanks, but this one especially, it really doesn't like to work. I can say pretty much if every time you over-angle that track, you're going to be penned. So that's one big weakness on the vehicle. Alright, here we go. We got the E50. Nice tap there. Now that's actually very surprising. You do have a weak lower plate, and it's sort of weaker on the edges, again, near the tracks. That's why it's super weak at the track wheel. However, I'm not really super worried right now. We've got the D75 who's just pulling out, so let's tap a nice meaty shell right into that D75. You can see this game, I have played super aggressive right up in the front lines, and we're still doing fine. Like, bouncing shells, doing a great job here. Took a shell from my E100 there. Now we're going to pen a shell right through this IS-7's upper plate, and broke his turret ring as well. That kind of sucks for you. And let's have this E100 finish him off, maybe? Come on, E100, or not. I guess not. But this E4 should finish him off. There we go. And all that's left is the 183. So this is a very simple but very effective game at the same time. Now, I can't squeeze my body in through these cracks. Yeah, we couldn't get that shell off because my team was just kind of stuck all together there. So I guess I could have shot it there. But yeah, we couldn't really get that shell out. And my guess is that Sheridan's going to end up getting the kill. But you know what? We still have a chance. So, fire. No. Okay, we tried, but still got out, I'm pretty sure, at least 3,000, maybe even 4,000 damage. And we'll play one more game in the tank. Of course, I always like to give you a double heaping of gameplay. But just even on a flat position, there you go, 4,400 damage. Even on a flat position where you're just using your gun and your frontal armor, it's still able to do a very aggressive push. I definitely would not have done as well in the Badger just because you don't have the alpha and you have to constantly pull out with that type of gun. This gun, you pull out once, you back up 14 seconds later, or whenever you're ready, you pull back out, you shoot another 600 damage, and you're already at 1,200. The Badger, you've got to shoot 3 shells to equivalate the same amount of damage the E3's done in 2. So you're saving so much armor. You don't have to pull out as much. It's definitely as fun. And my number one motto is never pull out. So I'm going to be pushing medium side because I definitely feel medium is way better for this type of tank. Well, actually, both sides work very well because, of course, you can use a gun depression on either side. But looking at their lineup, they got a Sheridan, they've got a Patton, they've got a Mark 6. They have a more medium lineup, and if the mediums lose, we're going to lose this game. So I could have the possibility to be absolutely, just stripped from the battle. But at the same time, I think that it's worth it to go this way to help my team deal with the Sheridan and the Conqueror if they all push this way. So we're going to find out. Of course, if they go the other way, I'm fine with that too, because I'm a tank destroyer. I've got an accurate gun from sitting in the back of the map. So I can just stay back here, and since the enemy team did go that way, I can just sort of snipe my shells across the map. So we've got that Conqueror up there. Oh, why do people always just randomly stop in the middle of a hill? I would never do that. That's a ticket to death. However, I guess the Conqueror got away scot-free. So we've got the 57. There we go. Nice tap in the side of that 57. So I guess joke's on me. The enemy team did all push through the heavy side, which I didn't really expect. I don't know why they do that, because they don't really have a heavy lineup. So they might just be dying here, but we're going to find out. I'm going to be pushing... I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to be pushing over towards the team here. I'm not really super worried about the Jagdpanzer as of right now. And we've got the E50 sort of holding him at bay. So I want to mainly get like the Sheridan and other tanks like that. So, oof, that was an unfortunate shell. But I'm going to keep pushing up here. I need to get in the front line, so let's sort of just hold. I'm not really worried about that Conqueror, especially where the position we're in. So that Conqueror, I don't even think it sees us, so... There we go. Nice tap right into the frontal turret armor of that Conqueror. You can see the gun on this tank is amazing. Like, that Conqueror's armor really stood no chance, and we just whipped right through it. So, the Conqueror's still pushing very aggressive, and does anybody else want to push aggressive against the E3 here? I can't see that Chieftain's turret, which kind of sucks. And that Sheridan's getting mighty aggressive as well, but... Oh, no! That kind of sucks. That would have really changed the outcome of this battle. I'm going to back up so I don't get hit. And maybe we'll be able to get a shell out. I don't want to push super aggressive because I don't want to lose all my hit points right off the bat here. But at the same time, the enemy team is kind of smoking our team. So, there we go. Okay, we finished off the Chieftain, which was the main tank we needed to clear. We've got the Sheridan on the run, and I obviously want to clear that enemy Sheridan. But at the same time, I kind of want to get this WT because it's a WT. It's a lot of damage for me, and we can clear it in one singular shell. So let's finish off the WT here. Actually not. Let's low roll it, you know, down to 6 HP or 9 HP. But I definitely want to clear the Sheridan. The Sheridan is the biggest threat to me and towards my teammates here. So just going to wait in this position. As long as I'm waiting here, I think we'll be fine. So I can just sort of kind of chill in this spot. I'm going to actually back up and reset my camo rating, which is good for me because it means I'm going to be able to get shells into the enemy Sheridan without being detected. Sheridan's not really going to know where I'm at, so I'll just keep backing up here. I don't think that Sheridan has any clue where we are. So, there we go. That's a nasty shell. Those are the kind of shots you want to be able to get off. Now, I do think that the Sheridan can flank us, which I'm not, you know, super worried about because I was just going to back up here. Come on, WT, or not, you know, either one works, but we might just be able to pin down the Sheridan and be able to finish it off. Yes, that was the shell we needed. That was the most important shot of the game. So as you can see, even in a very deadly position, we did it. And in this spot, I just want to show the armor of the E3 here. I want to see if this 57 can even pen us. I'm just going to sit here showing you. So, there you go. I think the 57, well, that's fun. That's really fun. Well, that wasn't even skill, that was just stupid, but I'm not worried about this 57 at all. Yeah, I'm not. We're just going to tap him here. But, you know, the game sometimes doesn't like me. Right in the weak spot of that 57, and it still, bing, ricochets right off. So, 2 games, we played both of them 4,000 damage games, and you were able to see that the E3 was really just able to punch through both games. We did win both, and this one we even carried the team straight to victory. Good job, WT, as well. At the end there, the WT kind of fell apart, but we were even able to take out a Sheridan in the E3. Now, I will say that Sheridan should have targeted me over the WT because I'm definitely a bigger threat to the Sheridan, and if you're able to clear me, then the WT's next. But overall, you can see both games worked very, very well for the T110 E3, and I think that if you don't have the tank, it's actually an excellent vehicle to grind. Of course, I keep throwing out new videos and talking about new tanks to grind, but that's because I love so many Tier 10 tanks. Now, there are a couple I don't like, of course. I actually don't really like the 268 that much. In fact, you never see me running it in Matchmaker because the 268 I feel is just like an average Joe tank destroyer. A lot of people think it's great because of that. It's got the armor profile going for it. It's got the DPM. It's got the penetration. It's got the aiming time. But it doesn't have any variety to it. It's just this one tank that goes quick. It does everything you need it to do. And I'd rather have a tank that only does one thing really well and everything else is kind of meh. So like the grill is very good at being accurate, but everything else kind of sucks on it. The same for the Foch. It's very good at being aggressive, but if you're not aggressive, you're sitting at the back, it's going to do bad. So there's a lot of vehicles in the game that have their own unique characteristics, and I like that a lot better. So let me know, of course, if you like the T110E3 in the comments down below. Of course, if you like this type of video, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. It really does help out the channel. But other than that, guys, I hope you're all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.